Good morning, my name is Marcela, and my presentation will be about the essay topic, Renewable and Non-Renewable Energy. This presentation will last approximately 7 minutes, and I will be available in the end for any question that may arise. So, for this presentation, I will go through the introduction, body paragraphs, conclusion, and the references. To start a presentation, I would like to bring the fact that during many years, and even nowadays, the most popular power source is the non-renewable, coming from petroleum or coal, and is still the main source used on the planet, according to Bhattacharjee. I will give you a very brief explanation. So, regardless the raw material used in the first step, for example, it could be the power of the water or the petroleum extracted. Those elements will be transformed inside an industry, becoming electricity. And then this power will be transported to the final customer. That could be the houses or business or even other factories. There are two ways to produce energy. Both use components found in nature. However, in the renewable method, it is possible to regenerate the sources, while the other way has the limited elements, which means that those sources will not last forever. Then, to answer the question of the essay, my thesis statement will cover the main three differences between renewable and non-renewable energy, which are energy sources, environmental impact, and also the costs. In the first paragraph, I will illustrate the methods of energy production using renewable and non-renewable elements. So for the first case, we have the wind power produced from the straight of the wind, the hydropower produced by the water force, the geothermal, which generate energy by the heat of the deepest layers of the earth, biofuel produced by plants, and the solar energy, which reflects the heat of the sun through solar panels, then generating energy. On the other hand, for non-renewable power, we have two main sources. The first one is nuclear energy, which is elaborated through chemical reactions called nuclear fission and consists of generating heat from this process. And the second one is the petroleum or oil energy that uses a natural element, mainly the fossil fuel, to produce energy. For the second body paragraph, I will discuss about the impact that those energies may have in the environment. The renewable energy causes a zero impact in comparison to the non-renewable, as the case of solar energy. However, even though they are renewable, there is an environmental impact, such as hydroelectric plants that requires a large space to build their barriers, causing environmental damage in the areas that the plants are being built. Another renewable energy sources that does not pollute is wind energy. However, using the turbines, this can cause an environmental impact as it affects the migratory flow of birds, according to the best and helping notes. In contrast to the renewable energy, we have the non-renewable energy, which causes several impacts to the environment. For example, we have the oil production, which is a great ally to the greenhouse effects and also increases the damage to people's health, like increasing respiratory disease. And besides that, it also destroys marine life because we have a lot of pollutants being released in the waters, and this threats the species. For the last body paragraph, I will talk about the costs of both energies. So for the renewable energy, regardless being more sustainable, this one is still more expensive than the non-renewable because companies need to invest in technologies, and normally this cost is transferred to the final customers. So companies has an extra investment when opening those business, and also the population can have these accesses. Whereas the non-renewable costs are more attractive because all the structure to produce this energy is already known and installed, and also has the transportation structure which mitigate new costs. In conclusion, we can list three main differences between those energies. The first one is the sources, which can be endless or not. The second one is the environmental impacts, which both causes impacts. However, the renewable energy is more sustainable. And the last one are the costs, which nowadays the non-renewable energy are still more attractive. In my opinion about the topic, the renewable energy is going to be the trend of the future, as the world is not supporting anymore such human impacts, and as this happens, these implementations, these tools will become more cheaper and more attractive in the long term. These are my references, and thank you for watching my presentation, and if you have any question, I will be glad to answer it.